HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup dreams, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Distance like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Distance like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Distance like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Distance like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup dreams never.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Rockingham Speedway, The Rock, formerly known as North Carolina Speedway, and also North Carolina Motor Speedway, funnily enough. We're here for High Velocity Racing League Cup Series action, week number 2. Take a quick look at the race info. 200 laps here for the Subway 200. 3 additional sets of tires with a fast repair, and stages will end as the leader crosses the line on lap number 60 and lap 120. Looks like 75 degrees ambient temperature with 7 miles an hour of wind. A little bit cloudy here this evening and a little bit of humidity. The track temp, a nice solid 88 degrees for the invisible track there, as you can see, in Rockingham, North Carolina. No longer is the backstretch Thunder Alley. It has the safer barriers up. The victory lane still there right in the middle with The Rock. Let's take a look at the best times so far. Leading the way right now is the number 17 of Bryce Fontaine with a 22.990, the only driver inside the 23-second mark so far. Second fastest, Brandon Dayhoff in the 51 with a 23.070. Dayhoff will have a drive-through penalty tonight to serve, as well as an EOL. Third fastest is the 82 of Kevin Fry. Looks like he had some issues getting down pit road there and has some damage on the nose. But he's got a 23.197. Fourth fastest, the 31 of William Kern. 23.216. And then Jose Mercado is the 5th fastest on the night so far. And he's got a 23.225 to his name. I rather had to double check, make sure I was actually live on the right channel. We are. We're good to go. Practice has only got about another minute or so. Christian McCrelly won the race this past week. Let's take a look at Christian, the 22. He did get the victory at Daytona. See if he's able to get a good finish here tonight as well, though he's locked himself into the playoffs as long as he stays in the top 20. The difficulty tonight, it will be off of turn 2. The double apex in turns 1 and 2 will cause a lot of people to collect that outside wall. Seen it happening a lot during the practice session so far. Pit road entry will also be a difficult one there, is getting down underneath that commitment box will be difficult. And we are about to start our qualifying session. Drivers will get themselves ready to get out there and try to put down the fastest lap that they can. This track is a pretty difficult one. With the new configuration, though, it should be relatively easy. Taking a look at that configuration as well. Turns 1 and 2 set for 22 degrees of banking. Like I said, that double apex will be the problem there. Turns 3 and 4, higher banking at 25 degrees, and then 8 degrees of banking on the straightaways. So still a lot of banking down the backstretch and front stretch. The current fastest race lap record on this configuration is by Brent Cruz in the Toyota Camry TRD for the ARCA Menards series back a year ago. Bryce Fontaine out there on his first lap right now. He looks to be one of the first ones out there. John Fieldley also, as he crosses the line in the number 27, a newcomer here to HVRL. He'll put his lap time down. 23.401 for the 27. The second lap will be disallowed because he collected that outside wall. But Fontaine out to the pole right now. 22.972 for the 17. He's out there on his second lap. Running a bit higher. And definitely tight to the outside wall. We'll see if he can get a better time there. Crossing the line. Looks like 9.72 will be the time to beat for him. We'll see what Happy can do. Happy's time is 6th fastest here. That was his second lap, so nothing wrong there. Ryzen Baker in the 77 right now sits 12th. Trying to get a second lap, fast lap here. Cutting as much time as possible. And the 77 up to the 3rd spot. Scott Milliken actually bumping Baker down, as well as Brad Borer in the 24, who was second fastest with 23.09. Milliken, the only one that's been close to that 22 mark, sub-23 mark, rather, other than Fontaine. Milliken off of 4 this time. Not able to drop that time any lower than the 23.09. McCrelly going to hit the wall there in turn 3 and 4. Oh, looks like McCrelly just out there running some extra laps. Keith Vaughn on his second lap in the number 23. And the second lap there for the 23 is not faster than the first lap that they had. We'll sit here and see if anybody else is able to put down a lap time. Nobody else out on track other than people who've already completed their laps. With a 23-second lap time, including an out lap, somebody would have to be ready to go if they wanted to get both laps in right about now. So we'll see if anybody is able to hop out and do their lap, or if we're just going to be good to go with what we got here. Seems like a lot of people content. I know a couple of those drivers do have penalties as well. And with the EOL penalties, it is barred from qualifying as well. that will do it for qualifying. So we'll take a short break here. We'll be right back with the starting grid for tonight's race, the Subway 200 from Rockingham Speedway. We'll be right back for the HVRL Cup Series grid and start for the race.
HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, HVRL Cup dreams, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist brush. HVRL Cup King. We the top of the track, chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams. We ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup King. HVRL Cup King. Mama, HVRL Cup King. Yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup King, we the top of the track.
Alrighty, we are back here for the starting grid for the Subway 200 from Rockingham Speedway. Leading him to the green flag tonight is Bryce Fountaine in the number 17 with Scott Milliken in the 3 in the outside of row number 1. Row 2 is going to have the 24 of Brad Borer and the 77 of Ryzen Baker. Row 3 and rounding out the top 5, the 82 of Kevin Fry and the 32 of Tom, and I'm going to try not to butcher this week, Freitas. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. Starting in 7th, the number 91 of Garrett Wiles, our dual winner from Daytona 2 weeks ago, and Wesley Burke in the number 7, starting in the 8th spot. Sean Happick starts inside row number 5 as John Fieldley in the number 27, newcomer here to HVRL, will be starting in the 10th spot. Chummy Miller in the number 8 starts 11th tonight with Andrew McGarrigle in the 11, starting in 12th. Row number 7 has Chris Polhamus in the 33 in the 13th position with Jose Mercado in the 41 starting outside of row 7 in 14th. Row 8 has the 23 of Keith Vaughn and our lone winner for points, Christian McCrelly in the 22 starting 16th. William Kern will be getting an EOL and then a penalty for him, but he's right now starting in the 17th spot with Ryan Koch, our pole sitter from Daytona in the 07 to his outside. And then Sean Wilder in the number 99 starting in the 19th spot with Brandon Dayhoff, who's also going to be getting an EOL here tonight in the 20th spot. Tim Taylor starts in 21st with Don Miller to his outside, and not showing on the grid right now is Zachary Tyler in the 29. We're just waiting on the race control to give the go-ahead for the drivers. There we go. Again, 200 laps here tonight. We'll take a look at the race info one more time. Oh! Didn't see exactly what happened there, but the 24 are around already on the pacing lap. .200 laps here, 3 additional sets of tires with a fast repair. Stages start as the leader crosses the line on lap number 60 and lap number 120. 84-degree track temp now, 77 degrees Fahrenheit with 6-mile-an-hour winds, so it's coming down just a little bit of humidity gone as well. And 0.97 miles here at Rockingham Speedway. So it looks like Brad Borer to the back of the field for that now, so looks like damage there to the right front too. So that's going to be difficult there for the 24. All right, lights off on the pace car coming through turns 3 and 4. Should be diving down pit road here. And we'll be ready to start the Subway 200. Green flag flies, and we're away. And oh, man, the 77's going to spin the 3. And the caution is out immediately. Spun the tires, something similar to what we had happen in the Gen 6 race at the beginning of the last season as well. As Milliken gets a little bit too heavy on the loud pedal, and Andrew McGarrigle looks like he had something similar happen here, potentially. Let's take a look. Oh, a little contact there between the 3 and 11s. What caused that to happen for McGarrigle? A few people are going to go down pit road and get some damage repaired. Damage to the left front. That's going to be from the contact between the 3 and the 11 there. Other than that, the nose doesn't look too crunched up on the 3. Yeah, McGarrigle has damage on both sides of the front clip, it looks like. And it looks like Borer got most of that front damage taken care of. Not sure if it was a fast repair there for the 24 or not. All right, we'll try that again. Apologies to Baker as well. I kind of called him out for maybe spinning the 3 on that as well on the initial start. That is not what happened. So apologies to Baker on that call. Pace car dives down pit road here. This now the restart in the hands of Fontaine. He'll rip away on the inside. Down here into turn 1. Lap 60 is the stage break. Spinner back there. As that's Tim Taylor. He'll be down pit road here. Fontaine able to get going. And Taylor does a good job of keeping the car out of harm's way. And off the racing surface as well. So he'll get it down pit road, no problems at all. Fontaine going to come around and continue to lead this race. And Fry and Wiles, those two close in tow, trying to catch up to the race leader. Slight contact off of turn 2. Like I said, that double apex and turn 2 are going to be the difficulties for the drivers here on the track. The rest of the track, not too bad. The restarts, like we saw, a little bit sketchy on the cold tires. Got to be aware of that. .32 of Freitas joining up right behind the 77. He is trying to get by for that 4th spot. And right behind them, Chummy Miller looks to the inside on John Fieldley. And Miller going to get by in the 8. Up into the 6th spot. Brad Bohr making headway around the outside here. He's got Sean Wilder in front of him and William Kern on the inside. Will a lap down from the drive-through. Little blink there from the 07 as well. And it looks like new race leader. No, battle for it at least. Fontaine and Fry battling hard, side by side. Shot to the outside wall there from Fontaine. Side draft down the back stretch. Fry. Looks like he'll have the advantage off of turn 4 with the inside, and that will be new race leader to the 82, Kevin Fry. Garrett Wiles still right there behind these two at the front. And Fontaine, having to make an evasive maneuver around to the outside. That'll lose him a lot of time and give the chance at a battle for second between himself and Garrett Wiles. And a big old gap built there for the 82, the race leader, out to a half a second lead now. Back here in the 4th spot, the 32 has gotten by the 77 as well. A hard shot to the outside wall for Baker. And Baker getting chased down by the 8 of Miller. And Paul Hamus up 6 spots in the 33, up to 7th. The other one 6 up is Mercado in the 41, who now sits in the 8th spot as well. Wesley Burke close in tow there. And the 33 getting all kinds of upset with that car. Looks like he's got some right front damage as well. Maybe some wheel damage on the 33. Looks like he might have got the wall there off of turn 2 in the danger zone. Happy has lost a couple of spots, and he's going to... Looks like he might lose another one here. Oh, no, Kern's a lap down. Never mind. Borer, though, right behind him is for position. And contact, and there goes the 27 around, down to the inside wall. Single car spin. Fieldley with damage. And Fieldley will go in to get service done on the number 27 car. Out front, Fry continuing to lead the race, now out to 0.8 of a second over Fontaine. And Borer has gotten by Happy. Next closest battle right in front. Here goes the 7 of Burke to the inside on Mercado. He'll get clear of the 41 up to the 8th spot for car number 7. Yo 7 of Koch right behind Happy here. Teammates in this Cup Series for Hyperdrive Esports. Sitting in the 5th spot. The last spot on the top 5 is Baker. Miller has closed in. And after saying that, great run off of turn 2 for Baker, but entry of 3, Miller's able to close that gap. Seems like entry speed better for the 8, exit speed better for the 77. And it's amazing how fast the laps turn away. We're 20 laps in, 1/3 of the way through the first stage of the race here from Rockingham Speedway. Looks like Fieldley's still down pit road, now just coming out. About 4 laps down for the 27. As there goes the race leader for another lap. 82 of Fry continuing to lead the way. Crazy the gap built between Wiles and Fontaine. Fontaine sits in second, only 7/10 back from the race lead, but now Garrett Wiles in the 91 sitting 4.2 behind the race leader. So about 3.5 seconds to that second place car of Fontaine. 11 to McGarrigle closing in on Happy. It's a great run off of turn 2 for the 11. He's going to look to the inside down into turn 3. And McGarrigle is clear of Happy off of turn 4 up to the 12th spot. And Happy falling back still, now 4 spots down from the start. That was a hard shot by the 91 to the outside wall. I'm wondering if there's some damage to that car on the outside. Trying to get a look at the right front. Does a good job of keeping it off the wall there. But the 32 of Freitas is going to get by. Freitas is free and clear, and Baker's going to get by as well, as here comes the 8 of Miller and the lapped car of William Kern in the 31. It's like Kern going to look and actually easily get by the 8 of Miller. Now looking to get by the 91. And a whole gaggle of cars right behind here as Miller and Burke are nose to tail, the 7 and 8. It's like Baker with a great move by the 32 as he'll move up to the 3rd spot. And 31 of Kern on the lap car going to go by the 32 there, and now trying to charge forward past the 77 as well. Oh, almost contact back there. Mercado gets to the inside of Miller, and he'll go by for the 7th spot. And here goes Borer in the 24 as well. And, oh, that's contact between the 91 and 41. And Mercado gets the worst of it. Looks like Mercado going to have to go get service done on that 41. Right front of the 91 car is beat in. You see the damage on that right front fender. And now you just slapped the 41 of Mercado down to the inside wall, which, like I said, that danger zone is turn 2. Just over halfway through stage number 1 here from Rockingham. Only one caution so far, but multiple cars involved in an incident. Separate incidents, rather. As they've gotten themselves damaged. And Paul Hammis with a little bit of an issue there. Again, the 33 had gotten loose on the backstretch, and right front damage for the 33 as well, as he falls back behind Garrett Wiles. Brad Borer gets a good run down here into turn 3 and 4 as he closes the gap on the 32. The Freitas. Oh, almost caught the back bumper there as well. Gotta be careful if you're the 24. Out front, though, Fry continuing to lead the way. That gap out over 2.1 now to Fontaine. And he's got some more lap traffic right in front of him, but doesn't really seem like they've been too much of an issue so far in the race. Don Miller will be the next one on deck for going a lap down. Oh, a hard shot to the outside wall for the 33 there. We'll make that Paul Hammis being the next one on deck for going a lap down now instead of Miller. Wiles right there with him now. Fry's going to get by Taylor, no issues. And there goes Wiles down pit road. He'll go down a lap. See where Kern is compared to the race leader. Looks like he is behind Fontaine, but in front of Baker. He's right in front of Jose Mercado as well, who is 2 down, looks like. As Happy's coming down pit road here in the 52. Looks like it might be the start of green flag pit stops here. Maybe the early end of the window. As Fry continues to run out there. Looks like Fontaine has started to close that gap up a little bit now, down to 2.1. Although losing a lot of time right now. Looks like, yep, never mind, I was right. Fontaine coming down pit road. Going for the undercut on the race leader. 32 of Freitas is coming down as well. And Fry decides to stay out again. A couple people out to the outside wall right in front. That's going to be Vaughn and Koch. Right in front of the race leader. Not exactly sure what happened there between those two. But they're not going to have to worry about the race leader, as here comes the race leader down pit road. And Brad Bohr are going to inherit the race lead. As lots of people down pit road right now. Miller, Wilder, Milliken, McGarrigle. Looks like Bohr's coming this time around. That'll leave the lead to Christian McCrelly, last week's winner, with 15 to go in stage number 1. It looks like McCrelly and Miller the only two to not pit yet, as Fry does get out in front of Fontaine. Here comes McCrelly, though, and I've got to believe Miller's probably coming this time. Maybe not. Looks like he's got a lot of speed. Looks like Don Miller going to stay out and lead a lap here as well. But Kevin Fry down the backstretch has the net race lead over the 17 of Fontaine, who was right behind him. As he goes around the 3 of Milliken, and then Wiles will be right behind him as well, who's another lap down to Fontaine. And Don Miller's coming down pit road this time, so Kevin Fry will re-inherit the race lead once he gets by. See if we can find any battles on track. Looks like this one might be a battle here for the 3rd spot. Ryzen Baker and Wesley Burke in close proximity here with 12 to go. And Burke closing in on Baker here off of turn 4, down to 0.2 of a second, trying to gain that spot. It's a lot of 7s up here in this position, trying to battle it out. Pretty decent shot to the outside wall for Baker that time around. And Baker with a better turns 1 and 2 rather that time around, as they'll get by the 27 of John Fieldley, who's a couple of laps down. Not sure what happened there, but Fontaine gained a lot of time and got by the race leader, actually. That was like a 2-second time gain, so I'm guessing there was something that happened in front of the race leader. Did he get out to the outside wall there? Well, Taylor, and Fry hits the wall to the outside there and trying to get out of the way. Loses a ton of time, and there goes Fontaine by. So Fontaine leads the way right now here with 8 to go. Bad timing for that to happen for Fry. He had a very sizable lead. Take him when you can get him, though, when you're Fontaine. We're leading the way now with just a few laps to go in stage 1. That might be the night for the 12 as well, as Taylor's still down on pit road, and I think he used the fast repair earlier on in the race. 5 to go here. Garrigle is multiple laps down right now, so he is not spot for the free pass right now. That does go to the 31, who is behind Fry. He did get it. Okay, I wasn't sure if he would or not. Garrigle stays way high there. White flag for stage 1. The caution is out. Oh, that was stage. Okay, never mind. I missed that. So that was for the stage right there. As Fontaine does get stage number 1. And we'll get a conversation with the stage winner here after pits are taken care of. Down pit road goes the race leader. And I would have to imagine everybody else going to be going down here as well. That means the free pass will go to the 31 of William Kern. He'll get back on the lead lap. And a few others staying out to try to get their lap back here with a wave around as well. But Kern, the free pass candidate. And Fontaine going to get out in the race lead once again. So let's go grab our stage 1 winner. Grabbing the race leader and stage 1 winner, Mr. Bryce Fontaine. How are you feeling after speeding on pit road, apparently?
Yeah, I was feeling a lot better until that. I don't know where I was speeding. Apparently I was, but it's all good. We've got pace. I mean, Fry's definitely got a lot of it as well. I saw something happen there on one of those laps. I don't know if lap traffic got in his way or what, but he's got some pace. He's going to be hard to beat, and this is definitely going to put a little bit of a hindrance on getting back up to the front, but we're going to do what we can here and try to get another stage win, or at least just get some good points.
Well, he's fallen back to the back of the field, too, because he's going back down pit road as well. So some newcomers at the front with Wesley Burke and Garrett Wiles. And, yeah, with a stage win, that's a playoff. The playoff points for you there and some good stage points. So good luck the rest of the way here, Bryce. Hopefully talk to you here later on.
Yep, that's the goal. I appreciate it.
We'll see what the 17 can do from the back of the field. A few other drivers will be going back there with him. And Burke took the outside here. A lot of EOLs here for the wave arounds, and the green flag flies. Burke with a good jump, but not as good as the inside lane, as Garrett Wiles getting an incredible jump on the inside. Couple of black flags there, I'm guessing for passing under yellow. Not sure, but Garrett Wiles does break away with Wesley Burke. And the caution flies. And the 82 is involved. We'll see what happens. Oh, tagged by the 3. Spinning. Okay, it's not that bad. No real damage. Oh, and good avoidance. I don't know who that was. Who was that? They just avoided contact there. The 33 of Paul Hamus, and he's going to pay the price with the damage to the car. And the right front kind of caved in again there on the 33. So Fry will go back down, probably to get some damage repaired if there's really any. It didn't really look too bad. He looks like he just kind of got pancaked against the left side there. A lot of people coming down pit road here, though, too, so. Mercado getting his lap back. He'll go to the longest line, end of the longest line, rather. Fontaine got up to 7, so he'll be starting on the inside row, number 4. Taking a look at Fry. He starts in the 12th spot. He'll be on the outside of row 6. Pace car going to dive off here. Lights are off on it. And the field in the hands of Garrett Wiles on the inside row. A great jump there on the inside. A lot of tires spinning on the outside row. And Fontaine going to jump through the middle. He wants to get back out front. And he's clear of Baker up to the 4th spot. Freitas going to get out to the race lead here in the 32. New leader. The 32 was involved in one of the most interesting wrecks at Daytona. Milliken down pit road here. Not sure what happened to the 3. See Fry back here still in the 10th spot. Working his way forward slowly but surely. And the other one working his way forward is William Kern. He's looking to the inside on the 24. Up to the 7th spot. He's got position on Borer. Moved by Fontaine to the inside on Wiles. He will quickly clear the 91 for 3rd. Meanwhile, out front, Wesley Burke and Freitas are still battling it out for the race lead. Burke has kept it close. Kern looking to the inside on the 77 of Baker. Clear off of 4 up to the 5th spot. Into the top 5 for William Kern. He's one to watch. Fast mover towards the front right now. 13 spots on the race. And the Burke is sideways. And the caution is out. Multiple drivers having issues there. Burke involved. Thought I saw somebody else hammer the wall there too. See if we can figure out what happened. So Burke gets by Freitas for the race lead. Loose off of turn 2, and I mean nothing for the 32. He couldn't, there was no way he could get that woed up. And then the 8, I think that was, yeah. Miller hammering the outside wall. That looks like Don Miller going to get his lap back here. And handful of drivers electing to go down pit road here as well. Lap 76, so we are about 16 laps into the fuel run here. So it's pretty close to, I think, what the pit window would be. Let's grab Kevin Fry real quick. Kevin Fry up here in the booth with Matthew Chase. How's the car feeling? I know you had a little bit of damage there earlier on. Not sure if you still got the fast repair, but how's the car feeling right now?
It's feeling good again. Yeah, used the fast repair, hit tag the wall in lap traffic. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, you've shown speed so far tonight. Good luck getting through the traffic here. I see we're about to go green flag racing, so good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Appreciate it, bud.
Fry definitely one to watch. He's had speed all night long so far. The car's feeling good, he says now. The 32 of Freitas and Baker, both those drivers out there on, I say older tires, not the oldest tires, but they are on the older tires. Here comes pace car down pit road, and into the restart zone we go. It should be a good jump on the inside lane. Freitas with a great jump. Oh, little tire spin, had to let it off of it. And Baker will get a great jump to the outside. They'll be side by side down here through turns 1 and 2. Great job from both drivers being extra clean there off of 2. And a very good restart there from the lead guys. Fontaine looking to get involved in the race lead. He's looking to the outside. Looks like 32 going to close the door on that. Crossover potential for Fontaine. He stays tucked in behind on the 32 of Freitas. And offset 3 there. Kern has to bail out. Fontaine able to get by. Baker, though, in the race lead here. Get it caught, get it caught, get it caught. Oh, and around goes McGarrigle there. Into the outside wall. No caution, though. And we stay to the green flag. William Kern to the inside now. He's got that 31 hooked up on that inside line. He is door-to-door with Fontaine. As they'll battle for second still. They got Baker to run in the outside groove here in 3 and 4. And that might be enough for William Kern to get to the race lead. Baker, great run out on the outside. But Kern now having the preferred lane down in turns 1 and 2 will clear the race leader. And from a lap down, multiple laps down to the race lead, Baker charging back on the outside. Probably not going to be able to hold him off, though. And there we go, William Kern. Free and clear to the race lead now as the 31 takes control of the race. I think that was a 91 of Wiles into the outside wall and actually hung up his teammate in the 32 as well. They both fall way back in the field. Wiles and Freitas now back to 10th and 11th. This is a battle to watch here in the second spot. Baker and Fontaine. Baker's doing a good job of holding him off right now. Another driver to watch right there in the top 5 again is the 82 of Fry. He's moved his way back up into the spot he started in tonight. Still tightly battling here for second. This battle, though, is allowing the 24 of Borer to get back. Fontaine trying to find his way by, but now has fallen back off the pace a little bit from Ryzen Baker. Oh, and Baker's loose. That'll give the position away to Fontaine. Borer is going to get by on the inside as well. Little too much on the loud pedal there for the 77. And he'll fall from second to fourth with that bobble. And under threat from Fry as well. Side draft from the 82. Staying way clear of the 77. Down here in 1 and 2, he should be able to make the pass completed. Well done there for the 82 as he sits up into the 4th spot. Much like stage 1, the race leader has charged out to a pretty sizable gap now, as it eclipses over the 2-second mark. Happy up to the 8th spot right now. And seems like he's doing a good job of holding that one down. Looked like he was gaining on the car in front of Dayhoff, but now Dayhoff has kind of stabilized that. Dayhoff, though, he's up 13 spots on the night. Again, had the EOL and drive-through penalty at the start of the race, and he's gotten himself back to the lead lap, into the top 10 as well. Showed some speed there in the practice session, was second fastest, so one to watch here for Dayhoff as well. Right in front of Dayhoff is Baker still, now in the 5th position. He's got Mercado closing in. And Jose doing a good job of closing that gap up. Mercado wants to get to the top 5. Trying to collect as many stage points as possible. Don't look now. Kevin Fry back up into the top 3, into the podium position. And he is closing in on P2. As Freitas goes down pit road now. One of the drivers that stayed out on that last caution. Yeah, here comes Fry closing fast on the 17 of Fontaine. This is one of the drivers that Fontaine highlighted during the stage break. Yeah, I don't think he realized how fast William Kern was either. Kern just crossed the line, leading lap 100 on the race. Looked like gas and go there for the 32 of Freitas as well. Just a 7-second stop. Maybe 2 tires, but more than likely gas and go. .4 the gap to Fontaine and Fry, who are battling it out still. Seems like Fontaine has a better 1 and 2, and then Fry has a better 3 and 4 usually. Next closest battle is still that battle for that 5th spot as Baker continues to hold the position. Is kind of a close battle here between McCrelly and Wiles, with Don Miller also in the mixture as well. These guys all battling for that 12th through 14th position. Trying to get it all sorted out here. Oh, McCrelly looked to the inside, and the door shut there by Wiles. And now McCrelly going to have to deal with Don Miller to his inside. And Baker has started to move forward again, closing in on Borer for that 4th spot. Not leaving Mercado in the dust, but Mercado falling back just a bit. Maybe the tire advantage swinging to the favor of the 77. As he goes to the inside on Borer, he'll clear down here in 3 and 4. Let's see. Baker going to have to go down pit road here, though. Wasn't able to make it to the end. Again, Baker was one of those drivers at the front of the field who did not come down pit road on the last caution. That'll move all these drivers that were behind him up a spot, including Mercado, who got by Brad Borer, who's now sitting in the 4th spot. And Borer in the 5th. Fontaine is in 2nd. And it seems like in 2nd securely because the 82 is still hovering between 0.8 and 1 second back from Fontaine. Which kind of checks out. The late run speeds seem to go the way of the 17, and now deep into the run. Seems like that's what's happening here. And the 27 gets out of the way for your 3rd place racer. So Happy and Burke both getting by Dayhoff, and Wilder will do the same. Looks like Dayhoff in savings mode. Yeah, definitely in savings mode. Clutching it in through the corners. Fontaine continuing to navigate lap traffic. having to navigate the... We saw that happening. The 33 and the 07. Back to what we were saying, having to navigate the closing of Fry as well. The 82 closing back in on Fountaine. This time around, 2 to go in stage 2. White flag in the stage. And they check out for the pace car right there. William Kern winning the second stage here. And Don Miller barely able to edge out the race leader there to keep himself on the lead lap. That will allow Garrett Wiles to get back to the lead lap here with the free pass. Everybody coming down pit road here. Will gets it going. And Fry able to jump Fountaine on pit road. Looks like William Kern not in team chat, so we will forego the quick talk with our Stage 2 winner. Pace car will be diving off pit road here. And the hands of William Kern. A green flag flies. A great jump for Kern. Tire spin for Fry. For a few different drivers, and he's able to keep it off the wall, it looks like, but they're 3 wide back there. Kern had to let out of it as well. A lot of spots lost for the 82, excuse me, as he goes all the way back to 11th off the restart. Oh, and Will loose there into turn 1 and 2, and that's going to allow Fontaine to get by. Borer takes evasive action as well. Oh, and what the heck happened there? More contact happening, and I don't know what's going on. I didn't see what exactly happened to Will. Happy was there and just big time damage to the right rear of the 31, but no caution. So he's got to deal with that the rest of the way. And he's back to the 12th spot. Fontaine just ran the fastest lap of the race last time by. 23:05. And he's out to the race lead once again. And Fry closing in on Dayhoff to get back to the 8th spot. And Will's going again. He locks it down. Gets it rolling. A lot of heat in those tires now for Will. Jose Mercado and Christian McCrelly, last week's winner, side by side down here on the front straightaway down into turn 1. McCrelly going to take the position. Fry was able to get by Dayhoff up into 8th. Mercado gets a good run on the inside to go back by McCrelly into the 6th spot. Oh, and McCrelly tags the 41. More contact. And the caution flies as multiple people getting involved in that. Let's see here. Loose for the 41. Tagged by the 22. And then Fry gets into the outside wall trying to avoid the contact between the two drivers. Mercado does a pretty decent job of locking it down. And then Dayhoff down below. Hits that apron. Locks it up and loops it there. As does the 07 of Koch. Wilder, I don't know what happened to Wilder there. If he locks it down, hits the right front. Freitas is kind of the same thing. Okay, seems like everybody got it figured out from there, but a lot of damage done. Bunch of people down pit road to get their damage repaired, for sure. Here comes Dayhoff. both coming out now. And Paul Hamus and Wilder coming back down pit road here. So a long way to go here. 67 to go when we go back to the green flag. 68 right now. Fountaine, Borer, Burke, Happy. The front two rows. Pace car dives off. Into the restart zone we go. And ripping away on the inside is Fountaine. Burke going to get a great jump right behind him. Hard shot to the outside wall there for the 32 of Freitas. Car got launched. Now Kern gets him in the left rear, and around goes the 32, snapping to the outside wall. Our fifth caution for cause here tonight. So that's Baker getting a lap back, putting the 77 back to the lead lap. View from the blimp cam. Definitely a case of cautions breeding cautions here early in the final stage of the race. And Fountaine going to take the inside, it looks like. Fountaine and Burke on the front row with Borer and Vaughn on the outs in the second row. Pace car about to dive off. There it goes. The field in the hands of Fontaine. He rips away into the restart zone. And he gets a great jump. Nobody else really does. Looks like Paul Hamas going down pit road here. Borer to the inside. Looks like Don Miller into the wall back there. Wilder kind of followed him but got off of it. These drivers right here behind him going to get by. And right now seems like a good time to crank it up, so let's do it. Lap 146 here. Fontaine doing a good job leading the way. He's got that lead over Borer out to about a second. Hard charger coming back up through the field is William Kern in the 31. Back into the 4th spot. Closing in on Jose Mercado for that final podium spot. That was 3 wide back there. They get it all figured out. Day off to the inside on Happy, the 51 and 52. Dayhoff gets it figured out. Oh, Keith Vaughn a little bit hard into the corner and almost caught the back bumper of Happick. There goes Baker looking to the inside on the 23. All right, so Baker back up to the 8th spot. Kern was able to get by Mercado. Now a long trek back up to the second spot, as the gap for the second position is 1.3 right now for William Kern. Ooh, caught the wall there off of turn 4 in a kind of weird spot right as the safer barrier falls away from the front straight. The other fast guy at the beginning stages was Fry. Fry now sits in 12th, right behind McCrelly, who, oh, we just heard caught the wall there into turn 1, sounded like. And he's dealing with damage to the car as well. Not sure how much of it he got fixed. Meanwhile, up here in third, William Kern has closed the gap on Borer for second. Excuse me, 7/10 of a second between Borer and Kern. Seems like Borer starting to stabilize that off a little bit. And Baker just got by Happy as well for the 7th spot. And right behind Happy is Sean Wilder in the 99. Wilder's up 10 spots on the night. Looking to make it 11. That gap starting to shrink again as Borer falls back towards Kern. Battle for second is on as Kern looks to the inside. And quick work made by the 31 as he starts to now look towards the front of the field. The race leader in front of him. 3 seconds is the gap. And still a pit stop to go for all these drivers. Wilder was able to make work done of Happy as the 99 gets up to 8th now. Mercado up to 4th. He just got by Wesley Burke for that 4th spot. And Burke staying close, trying to find the way back to 4th. As right behind him, Ryzen Baker going to go by the 51 on the inside. As Baker up to 6th, charging fast towards the front. And green flag pit stops now underway as Fry and Miller both entering down pit road here. With less than 40 to go. I think we are in the window to make it to the end of the race if they so choose. William Kern doing a great job of closing that gap up to the leader. 1.6 now. Has shrunken that gap in half from where it was when we last looked. And that last lap, 0.2, almost a tenth and a half faster than the race leader. This time by just shy of half a tenth. This one should be significantly faster. He gained a lot of time that time by 24.3 for Fontaine and a 23.9.8 for William Kern. So a lot of time gained that last lap. Mercado and Burke down pit road right now. And Fontaine had to deal with a lap traffic as well. This time around should be Kern dealing with it. And there goes Brad Borer down pit road. Ryzen Baker will overtake him for that third spot. And Kern gets by the lap car of the 27. And that is John Fieldley. Here comes Mercado out of pit road. And down pit road goes the race leader of Fontaine. That'll leave it in the hands of William Kern on lap 169. Fontaine, Baker, and Dayhoff all down that time around. .30 laps to go here. We saw Mercado have some smoke coming off the back of the 41. Not sure what happened there. Happy's down pit road right now. And Fry's going to get by Mercado. That was for position right behind the race leader. Right now, Fontaine set to be the potential net race leader, depending on what happens with William Kern. He just hit the fastest lap of the race there, a 22.9. Not this lap, but the lap before. And no contact between himself and the 33. That's going to put the 17 off pace this lap. Lots of lap cars around the race leader right now, and dangerous there. Kern looks to the inside, gets by Wiles. A lot of fresher tires trying to get by here. Oh, contact between Mercado and Fry. That will put Fry back down another lap. 24 to go this time by as the race leader crosses the line. Only 3 cars on the lead lap. Your leader, William Kern, then Sean Wilder sitting in second as the third car does come down pit road right now. That is last week's winner, Christian McCrelly. He's going down pit road. Wilder stays out for now as well as the race leader, but here comes William Kern down pit road this time by. That will leave the race lead to Wilder. And Fontaine coming around. Turns 1 and 2 right now, unlapping himself from Kern, but still down a lap to Wilder. As Wilder's coming down this time. Kern's leaving his box now. Fontaine comes ripping down the front straightaway. That should put the 17 of Fontaine into the race lead. As there he goes right by William Kern. And Kern now going to be behind Ryzen Baker as well. But he's got much fresher tires than the top 2 net leaders. The only one not to pit yet, Garrett Wiles in the 91. Sounds like he's going for a fuel save strategy, looking for a caution potentially. He's got an 8-second lead to Fontaine right now, but that will be closing up quickly with the fresher tires on the car of the 17. And Kern able to get by Baker relatively quickly with the fresh tires. And he'll start closing the gap to the Fontaine as fast as he can. 20 to go. See Fontaine there. Crossing the line now. Here, Garrett Wiles is off of turn 2. 4.8 the advantage. And there's Kern now off of turn 4. And Wiles has to pit with 17 to go. Strategy not paying off in full with the caution. But Fontaine leads now 2.3 the gap to P2. William Kern, who's been a hard charger. Kevin Fry gets by Brad Borer for that 7th spot. He's moving forward still, but a long way back from the race leader. That time by a half a second faster for William Kern than the race leader. 23.95 for Fontaine and 23.49 for William Kern. Six-tenths faster for William Kern that time. 24.18 last lap for Fontaine and a 23.53. Should be able to get there pretty quickly for William Kern, depending on lap traffic, of course. Third place, Ryzen Baker, though. 77 is slightly gaining on the race leader as well. That one was only 200ths that time around. And Koch was spun on the inside of the track. No caution, and the caution does fly now. Try to see what happened for the 07. Loose off a 2. Loses it into the wall, down to the inside wall. Hard shot there for the 07. I didn't see anything else happen there. But the caution flew. That'll give Keith Vaughn the free pass here. All right, here we go. We're going to go back to the green flag. I think it's 9 to go here into the restart zone. Fontaine will have the advantage on the inside, and around goes the 7. And the caution is back out, as a bunch of people involved in that one. Tire spinning, tire spinning, tire spinning. We saw it happen there. Gets on the loud pedal, and around goes the 7. Tags McCrelly. Bunch of people getting hard contact in on Wesley Burke's car there as well. smart move for Fontaine. Looking in the Discord channel, he is deafened, so he does not want to talk to us. I guarantee that. I can't say that I blame him. Oh, now he's not. We'll grab him. Bryce Fontaine up here in the booth. How you feeling about your chances here late in the race?
I'm probably out for the Wolves. I think Kern would have got to me, even if it did stay at green. But I would have liked to have battled it out there like that on the track. But these cautions, of course, make everything interesting. So we'll see. Try to hold them off here for a couple laps. And at this point, I'm just hoping for a podium. Obviously, a win would be great. But I know Kern has been the fastest car pretty much on track on.
Well,
so we'll see what can happen.
You say that, but you have the fastest lap of the race. I know that was on fresh tires, but we'll see what you can do out there. We're about to go 1 to green. Good luck out there. Hopefully we'll talk to you here at the end.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
And Fontaine taking the outside, not wanting to give the advantage to the car he views as the toughest to beat right now in the 31 of William Kern. Hopefully they remember that these tires will spin like crazy on this restart. Watch for wheel spin, boys. Watch for the wheel spin. We just saw it happen, so hopefully everyone's cognizant of that. Seems like it's worse out on the outside, but we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Into the restart zone. Pace car dives down. Off the start. Good jump for Fontaine. And another spinner there as that is Dayhoff around. And the caution flag flies once again. And that will bring us to overtime. Same exact situation on the restart. Second place in the outside lane. Gets loose. Keeps it mostly out of the way, but did tag the 82 of Fry, who also got into Mercado, I believe, too. So, definitely not what Fontaine wanted to see. This will bring us into our first overtime of the race. We will have 3 chances at a green, white, checkered finish. And this is the first of those 3. On the third one, if the caution flies before the white flag, then the race will be over. And Fontaine going to take the outside once again. Same deal. seemed like he was able to keep decent forward momentum on the restart on the outside. I think it's that second row that's going to have to worry about it. So watch for Brad Borer here on the restart to maybe get the wall and spin those tires. All right, lap 199 coming to lap 200, so we are into overtime. Our first try at the overtime finish. As the pace car dives down, Fontaine has control into the restart zone. He rips away. Good restart at the front. And Baker's got a good jump on the inside as well. He's got door-to-door with the race leader of Fontaine. And there goes Baker around the inside. Bunch of people hit the wall there. Stays green for now. Off of turn 4, white flag in the air. We are official at the end of this race. Fontaine, Kern, and Baker. Kern looks to the inside on Fontaine for second. Ryzen Baker down into turn 3 and 4. Will Kern have enough to get there? Not going to be enough. And Ryzen Baker going to get the win here tonight with Fontaine and Kern on the podium finishing it off. All right, we'll quickly look at the race results here while we let this rewind a little bit and get some looks at the cars while they were driving. Ryzen Baker, the winner here in the 77, and if I got that wrong, we're going to find out if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Bryce Fontaine in the second spot with William Kern rounding out the podium in third. Keith Vaughn will finish in the fourth position. A good start to the season for the 23. Christian McCrelly in the top 5 here as well. Another great finish for the 22 of McCrelly. Sean Happick will finish in 6th with Jose Mercado in 7th. Don Miller winds up in 8th position with Brad Borer in 9th. Brandon Dayhoff in the 10th spot with Wesley Burke in 11th and Kevin Fry in 12th, the last car on the lead lap. Garrett Wiles is the first one down with the 91 finishing in 13th position. Sean Wilder in 14th tonight. Chris Polhamus in 15th. John Fieldley in 16th. Chummy Miller in the 8 finishes 17th, and Ryan Koch in 18th position. And we'll drop it down here so you can take a look at the few drivers at the end there that did not make it to the end of the race. All of those drivers out before the end of the race. Well, doesn't look like Kern's going to be coming to join us for the broadcast tonight, so we'll go ahead and grab our second place finisher in Bryce Fontaine, the number 17 car. You said you were hoping for a podium. You got the podium you were looking for. Second place finish for you. How you feeling though after the whole race tonight?
Yeah, I feel good. I don't know what the laps led were. I think it's probably pretty close, but yeah, I mean, I knew as soon as that last yellow came out, I was cooked. I mean, Kern was the fastest car all night, and I mean, he probably would have got me if we stayed green. I just would have liked to had a chance there, and then at the end, I mean, I'll give credit on the restart. I mean, Baker had a great start. I was trying to do as much as I could to keep the restarts inconsistent, try to gain an advantage, and he got a great start, and then he just put it on my door in the corner, and the car just wouldn't turn. So end of the race, I get it. I mean, I'll definitely, keep it in the memory bank. But all in all, I mean, P2, I think I still walked away with the fastest lap. And then again, the laps led. I don't know exactly how those fall, but if I got that, then all in all, it's not a bad point stay at all. So I'll take it.
Yeah, plus the stage win as well is good for you as well. I mean, really, like you said earlier, you never want to see the yellow flag when you're leading the race, even though you did have Kern kind of chasing you down at the end there. But I mean, all in all, I feel like you must be happier that the caution did come out and this was the result as opposed to being farther back in the field, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked it to not had so many green white checkers there, or just restarts at the end too. I mean, I felt like it kind of got to a point where the tires got too cool, and that's what got me so tight. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's just a byproduct of people that have been running close to up front all night or whatever. Of course they get a chance and they want to maximize on their night. And again, I totally understand it, but it just kind of makes it more of a roulette when that happens. More people will get more desperate, and things happen. But all in all, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, second place. I guess it always stings being the first loser, but I guess I'll take it.
I mean, there's still good points in it for you. So next week we go to Richmond. I know that you typically don't mind Richmond. How are you feeling going in there for 200 laps?
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's better than tonight. I mean, I guess there's not going to be hopefully that much of a problem on the restarts there, but yeah, it got a little questionable at times with the restarts here. But Richmond's a track that I've had some success at. I know there's some fast guys in here, and I mean, short tracks I would say are my weakness if anything. But a top 5 finish for sure. I don't see that being out of the question. So we'll just show up, do what we can do, and hope that we're there at the end when it matters, and just be there at the end.
All right. Anybody like to shout out before we let you go, Bryce?
Yeah, of course, give a shout out to you up there in the booth. I guess say what feels like every night with you and I. But yeah, shout out to calling all the races. I know it's sometimes it can be a little redundant. I hope tonight there was plenty enough action to keep things entertaining for yourself and also the fans. Huge shout out to all the admins as well for all their hard work. It's a lot of work reining all of us in. So just shout out to them. Of course, got to give shout out to all the guys over at Eternal Racing, Colby, Adam, Ray, Garrett, Braden, just everybody over at Eternal again for everything that we're doing. Eternal Street Co is coming soon. We might have a paint schedule on that, but we got some sick streetwear coming out. So stay on the lookout for that. Of course, got to give a shout out to Triple Cent Racing Gloves, triplecenctracing.com, p1docs.com as well for hopping on the car for all their support. And then, of course, to my amazing wife and my amazing son for allowing me to do this every week. And hopefully next week we'll be taking the green and white checkered first, or excuse me, the black and white checkered first.
You might get a green and white one there too, so you never know. But all right, Bryce, we will catch you next week at Richmond. Congrats on the second place finish tonight.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
And we just saw the race. We just saw the race winning move there from Ryzen Baker. Am I saying that right? Ryzen?
Yep, Ryzen.
Cool, I got it right. Ryzen, congrats on the race win there. Great race winning move to get you into the race lead and propel you forward. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
How was the racing out there for you tonight? I know there was a lot of incidents on the backstretch in particular out of turn 2, but how did you feel the car was all night for you?
It felt good. I was a little worried in practice because I had done some testing before and I was confident about my times. But when I saw they were running sub 23s, I was like, yikes, because I hadn't touched that yet. And first stage went fine, a little more tire wear on the right front than I wanted. Second stage actually went really well for me, like perfect tire wear, just like I wanted. But early on, there was a fuel window where a caution came out I don't know, maybe 10 laps after the beginning of stage 2, and so everyone pit, and I was just lazy and didn't realize this, and so I ended up going a lap down because I had to pit at the end of stage 2. But we came back from, that lap down and made our way through the field through those green flag pit stops, and it was a really tough debate to figure out if you should save your tires, that last set of tires, if a caution were to come out like it did, or just use them. But I figured that, I feel like I was gonna lose too much time, so we pit for tires. And when I saw that caution came out, I thought it was over. I thought there was like 4 people that had fresh tires in the bank, and I thought it was over with. But when we had those restart after restart cautions, it's started to help out a little bit. But Bryce kept choosing the high lane, and so it was really hard to see him get that restart. But we managed to get it going and take the win. So.
And really, I mean, that restart was good, but I noticed that you were running somewhere like in the middle to high side for a lot of the race, trying to utilize the momentum off of the corner exit to be able to keep yourself into a good position. Was that something that you were cognizant of all night, or was that just something that kind of just worked for you as far as how the car was feeling?
I really liked the middle entry low exit all night, but then through the ender, that's like stage 3, I found that I was able to take the low lane a weird way, or like the middle of the low lane a weird way, so I could keep it in 5th gear through 3 and 4 and downshift in turns 1 and 2, and it would get the rotation I need and that power out while I was getting that cleaner on that left side. So it ended up being perfect and just a really nice tool to use throughout that stage 3 to get those few positions I had left with that fresh tires after that pit stop. But yeah, so I've ended up being happier on the lower lane than that middle to high lane like I might have been exploring through that first stage or 2 through the race, but ended up working out.
Yeah, that's good. And I mean, you showed a lot of good long run speed as well. Is that how you felt about the race as well? Was long run was the way to go for you?
Absolutely. With the limited amount of tires, in this race, I really feel that long run's going to be key this entire season. So practicing that long run with this new next gen car, and really just trying to save that right front, right rear, sometimes depending on the track, but can really help you out in the long run and do you some good to the end.
All right, Ryzen. Well, next week we go to Richmond, kind of a similar style track. How do you feel about Richmond next week?
I have had some success at Richmond before, specifically with the next gen, so I feel really confident. I've never felt really confident with the short tracks, but in the race, it kind of feels like it clicks. And then after the race, it feels like in my mind, it's just like back to normal. Like I don't know how to drive short tracks. So short tracks is like my dark horse, I guess you could say. Unexpected for me to be good at, but when I find out how to do it, I can rock it pretty well.
All right. Well, Ryzen, anybody you'd like to shout out before we let you go tonight?
Absolutely. Teammate Andrew McGarrigle for RKC. He had a tough break tonight below the cut line, but we're going to try and get him back up into the points and get him to that top 12 area. Sal, team owner, shout him out. Robert Kubat, he wasn't able to make it tonight. Merritt Speedway for sponsoring my car, local dirt track out in Michigan. Go check them out. Really fun place to be. Lots of energy. A ton of different dirt cars. And thank you guys. High Velocity Racing League. Really appreciate you guys hosting this series, and really lots of fun. So thank you.
All right, Ryzen, congrats on the race win and locking your way into the playoffs, and we'll catch you next week at Richmond.
All right, appreciate it.
Ryzen Baker, your race winner here tonight, doing the donuts on the front straightaway at the end of the race and getting himself, like I said, locked into the playoffs. It's a big, big bolster to him in the point standing. So as long as he stays in that top 20, he will be locked into the playoffs later this season. So everybody's doing well here tonight. A good race all around. Couple of cautions there at the end with the cold tires and everybody not being ready for it. But overall, not a bad race and lots of action involved. So that's going to do it, though, here for everybody here at High Velocity Racing League and the High Velocity Racing Network. We appreciate you all for coming out, and we'll catch you next time. But tomorrow we do have the ARCA Series as they head to their next race, which is at Kentucky Speedway. Don't want to miss that. It was a good race last season. We'll see what those guys can do tomorrow night as they tackle that very strange turn 3 and 4. We will catch you guys tomorrow night for that race. Have a good one.
HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL